ewie yesi enkonwa edebe somo kasi ebo etwa ne ho afa hello 101.5 ye wadum ewokumase ye bepiemu enkran ha say ya okay 101.7 neat 100.9 ye nyina wo ship house ewo Abeka junction Ghana ha eni amano ni radio stations ahodo pii no nyina ka bom efa kasi ebo ya to apete wiase ama de she piankoma wo mo enya bi etie ena no pay ensemo ena wie ensemo de esomo no nia edimo akoten ebini
wo mayimu siapon mu adekyerefo nkabom kuo University Teachers Association of Ghana Trinity say UTAG wo mu say Trade Union Congress wo ma ye say Judas Iscariot wo mayi wo mama eya semben
ekwan a wo mu fa so a wo mu ende ye no na mi kire ma kire say ye mu bi no na enheda enya de e me fa ne say ye bodwo so
na ye bi say wie yi ye benya anu yiye say aya no kre ananya no kre sanka ne domi kwa benyamra se bedwoni wadane nechi ama Dr. Laj Mamadu Bawumia akodi ken akompra ko wohine Japan echi ana na yeina schools awudo bi e wo manyimu a ya cheche wo mu a ye do mo kwhye schools nchichemu category B so afọ hwe mu mesion wo sem so abamane se wo matoto wo nyema yiye nti ebra so se ye pagya wo mo edo mo kwhye category A ya beba ho nkomo na George Napona ye energy minister ewie ye beti efutusemu a wode ama Netco board fofora yatie sana said the Ghana Education Service assesse wo mo ko fom ano bebi a computer ne de obi akoye bia no hwem no nko ho ewie ye ne mpanifo a wo mo hwe computer school selection and placement center no so ebetwetwe nkomo ense bi kan wo ne de eba
Yeni kan fasida Emma sitting mu ni efie boa for this way chocolate drink and I said the weather na ye ne de anya adwuma kura utimu kura wonye kakra bi ni wakram why say but wuhia this way say be kan hye enti wunya na odun so hye ne wono a ba bia ewu ama afebon sa hoden fufuro bi aba na ode aye adwuma kama this way chocolate drink de wuhia eni so hye MTN say kayokai say sia ide ye nkuru kranka wo mo office say me kwa akotwa chip me kotwa sim to my phone so won't ye and one say ukita smartphone you de obe download my MTN app no na fe web chow sim no ha and no eSIM enti de wo de hard sim be ye ne be ya ma say wo kasa say wo text say wo browse bibia and one say obe download my MTN app no MTN say download my MTN app na cost seamless enne ewie ye ne de kasa bo ibramo ye me ma me ya kunama ena
ohine na kwame amu enafe
mame biama kwafo afeka sebono ensam eni omenyu mesua esuafo honorable Haruna Idriso enra wode etudwa eches wo mo de hihye foforo bi eba sa hihye no wo mo dane suku ya yekoyi eho asade wo mo si achicheche mu nchichemu no wo mo bedane bi mu ama ebi mu apagya sebe ya adesuafo mo wie BEC sohwe na yedo mo ekonto aso suku mu no wo mo ebetimi enye suku do no akọ ewa hotosuo mu na afi wo mani soso age eho na wo de sansemi kotu dwabra wo kopa Association for the Development of Education in Africa ya sa dwumadie yi efie miensa bia eno omdi ho adwuma enti afidie no wo ekopa eho entoma sonko ne ho ena osoafo hwenwumasua so edi sankyeremu yi eba betu dwase wo mu ehia sika pa emumua ya enu nti no ebe yese efie mpemienu ene aduonu ensia akomesika ban ebeye se wo mutimi enfa mo mehu bra no efa obetwa ede ama enwumasua asoye no wo mu de bi ebedi sa adwuma ya ebeboa pa na we eyesemode atadwe ya tede ne enti ye ko opanye wono ene kasa ma enwumasua asoye no yera Daniel Fenyi na yene no abo eho enkomo dani ewie ye mo ha o Ebusiafo yensa enka na ye nyame yadom na yensa eka no a yene no ebedi eho enkomo na ansana no yese na no kohwem kopiem ewo Adankwaman Senior High School ye wo Asen South Mercy no emu ewo mfifi mantam emu eho na yewura na so penye John Intimfojo oye emrahebedwani ewo Asen South ne mpesua so na wo mkyerese subransem bi etoye ama dormitory ne dining hall ne ade kyese edwira gumu pa ya enya asem ketwa eto panyekese bu anan ekọ hɔ de ni kotwawisie ekɔ hwɛ sania eniema asi akɔ afa ne no ogina so ede adesede eto asoye ohwe nwumasua ensam so anim ena fe get fund enim se enim ye wo muntwo mani emehwe Adankwaman Senior High School.
Of the highest performing SHS in Central Region are over 1,080 boys and girls. Very brilliant. It's now school ya brepa and yet do some pen so ya bas Central Region. Umucha saying a lot of other schools. And so at Torrentium and anu see ama say hope will be anyhow. A bit school. Do one answer na eba beka home. Or classroom blocks are proper a dining half of cry some parts of the dormitory and then maybe a teacher for etna. Nina Akan and the school no is in very distressed situation. Yes, sir. So Minister for Education get from Mmeboye na into emergency dining hall, emergency classroom block. Into me and find here some 12 unit classroom block. Bet me abwa aso how no ano.
Na wowie ene a woti ye ya Sense South Mashebedwane osofo intim fojo na wowie ye na Sense South mensi no kwanchefo panyo hwe nwumasua so yira Isaac Opoku inkumo no so ede aside piesie emaye
ato yiran chama ato eye Adankwaman SHS no nyanum na adofo any enyan in fact our school we central region and nationwide you know, when it comes to academic performance we are not doing badly, but when it comes to the facilities here emwapa in terms of facility dining hall classrooms dormitories from akese bi boya ama ye danu bi swapa classrooms dormitories swapa ni ade edin senke bi amomo but imponim fo hia na nanom MP le hia ma ye ahwehwe baby a me for now no me in Kolan me asuade baby on beda so yenya baby kakra but we need permanent structure here the school no eyani tampa efra ntini here mwa if you buy Minister for Education get fund obi bia wa Ghana ha wa to akoma so no here mwa bra be boan ntibeshira
Yera Isaac Opoku Inkomi Sense South the District Director of Education na ya NTA na obuan semiano ebae na yenkwa homa so na yene PRO awoda Education Ministry no Yera Daniel Fenye emo enkomo Daniel ewia ye mo ha o
Yo, mejo so pa.
Yo. Say near a fra nwumasua so na dia betu edwane se wo mo ebe pejamuna category B schools no ye dia akọ category A na fe C die no so ya pejam aba B saa ni diso saa kwan ben ankasa na so ye ebefa so etu saa na mo yi
Yo ma menda se na nchia etiefo nyina na no kwara say the main substance of ministry no thinking and imagine say we are going to embark on a rigorous and robust improvement in the facilities, assets, and quality of education in the country. Inti ya Kenya say bema improvement about quality of education na yawo mind mo. Ye be say infrastructure facilities are schools are who do no nyina no ye be shemo kena. They also expanding or expanding. In situations where we even have to build a new one, we will build a new one. In situations where we have to restock, refurbish computer laboratories, science laboratories, we will do all that. Now say na every automatically the categorizations will also be affected because categorizations, only a consequence of the actions and policies we will implement. Into categorization, yet the major focus and yet the main focus of the Ghana Education Service or the ministry. That's not it. The focus is rather say, improve on the quality. Not say improve here. So for example, say you grade C school. Not grade C school, no, they can only accommodate, example, 300 schools. They don't have computer laboratory. They don't have science laboratory. What tables and chairs we use, and then not the ministry no come. Now they now construct a computer lab. They now construct a science laboratory. Tables and chairs. Teachers are what will school mokrano you put your church for automatically that school moves from category C to category B. I am emphasizing on this because Kamia Kwaye said, young Komonokra, focus on the categorization. Categorization is only a consequence of actions and policies that the ministry intends to. And this came out of the placement issue. See, a lot of the concerns is because a lot of the children and their parents and they bring up as when you're category A school. Now their assumption is that as for category A school, no facilities or infrastructure, no additional school. That is their thinking, and we are thinking that if this is what it will take all of you to want category A school there, and then why don't we as a ministry replicate the same thing in other schools so that now category A school category C school class, you will go and meet the same facilities, the same teaching and learning, the same resources there. Category C schools are the same thing. The agenda actually is that the Minister for Education and the Ghana Education Service Directorate, wants to improve on the facilities, the quality, teaching and learning materials and resources across all schools in the country. And once that is implemented, automatically a lot of the schools will move from their current categories to an improved category. And so a lot of students will now be comfortable say, when they look at any category or better because or can the same level of access and quality like so-called grade A school. The categorization, my main emphasizing it is only a consequence. In other words, after we have implemented all the policies and projects and programs, and that is exactly the intention of the ministry. Yes.
Yo, na yenhwe sania wachechire mu kasa mo pen quality no me hu se wo emphasize wo si so pa na sabe ye benya enwumasua papa edimu a ya na achechirefo ena ewo se yetimi fa wo so emo mo boa ma yenya saa enwumasua edimu no de na moye e de abo achechirefo no
yo nti ye wo nyama ba ko mienu bi e wa kwemu edinkan teachers what that breast. Our observation, let's say, the accommodation of attractive for I challenging Takra because Nipana or Trad and on one so drain no rent on home or so much rent or baby crawl better now, obey us from Dre and all that. You see, one of our binding initial thinking is that young for policy different teacher that bread and fambra, teacher that bread, yes, say. Yeah, buying Lancasa also see a dime, 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, it's still at the planning stage. Now, also see a dime, so that we give it out to attractive. A man quite said, the other margin so that retirement, or so say, or for retirement, I ain't found over a dime bed of Cacotin and all that. So dining number baby, teaching in India into retirement at that. One is already sorted for you. I'm always some trainer. We're focusing on the trainer or trainer. That is number one. Number two, and so yes, share teachers in Libya. What they accept postings in rural areas. Now, men are aware of the challenges that rural communities and as a young crooked and getting and cracking cracks. Sometimes, I am person because of the general challenges in rural communities, in Susem, electricity, and many other things. Since I buy the big work, we must say, teachers need to be accept posting at the rural communities. Nakatiano, Yorge Bosomano, yet the 20% Bassanga Town, Amano, 9 year, a bit of an incentive and another motivation for our teachers in such communities. Number 3, and so yeah, when say in the class, now I got Friday, na students and another additional for so much or trusty pa. We cannot take away teaching and learning materials. Nyoma actually in the big here, no, or the actual dema at the now also. Na nia ed mupa curriculum. Curriculum na say subjects we na ye chere topic we na say we chere na kwanya e so fa so de chere ade nyina ni curriculum no unfortunately no as a new administration we did not come to meet any curriculum in the system na ye beto na ye kokwasa document dey o put together and all that. What we are doing is that quickly now, in fact, say we are sitting on the curriculum and making sure that we will finalize the matter so that in class and na all go for the phone, now I go Google, now I go share information via internet so and sign or the other curriculum no available and accessible already. For them to use. That also textbooks and so and why they pray because they do the textbooks cry the bachelor they are be using in we are working strongly to making sure say all the textbooks and the curriculum we are finalizing all the textbooks. Man quiet say the class are so textbooks obenya na or the actually no ebi ni ho be using to one or betiniska adiakokrom akoto textbook na or the other class are we don't want to see anything like that. Again, this year I'm not saying so. We are say AI, we are all talking about AI and all that. Fine, it is very debatable. People feel say no, AI we shouldn't use it. Some others also believe AI is good. Let us integrate it in our classroom. The world is advancing, moving ahead strongly with AI technology and integration in the classroom. We have started piloting subject-specific AI. Make a subject-specific AI, mathematics for AI, English for social studies, integrated science, and all the other subjects in AI. But to me, and not only the students and also they can interact with the AI and make sure say very smoothly. So even in the absence of computer laboratories, science laboratories and all that, the AI can support them strongly. The next one is that we have also observed it's a double track system no say the quality of teaching and learning in our schools, our collaborative school 1 month, while the class year 2 months, and all those funny academic calendar. No, we are making sure that in the next 2 years, and double track system, senior high school system, back to the old calendar where we could even predict so you baby school September, you don't December, you baby January, you don't May. You know those days we could all predict where our children will go to school and all that. And now and also double track in the year. So these are some of the things we are doing. I believe it's fair. So you told me now go that watch for now students and then ya phone in
Danny, there may be some a category B schools, more be upgrading with infrastructure, and name our bobo suino. What me identifies as schools, you want to do a yes saying, and I feel so no criteria being a mobile phone at the eye.
Yes, but come again, the line was breaking at the
Then I may be sunny says, our category B schools are more can some more be upgrading. No, our bonnie may be brave, so I'm more be ye at the eye. Me more identify, do was saying as they say, mobile page and criteria being mobile fast for the eye.
Okay, in terms of the one, in fact, the thinking of the ministry and Ghana Education Services that all the schools, that's our thinking. And I say, design and schools in and not only, let me emphasize, not only grade B to grade A, we are also looking at grade C to grade B. Across an improvement across all the schools in the country, and even grade A schools, the current grade A schools, we are looking at expanding the infrastructure in some of the schools, and I say in all the category A schools as well. And the agenda is a massive, aggressive improvement in the quality of education across the entire country. That is the ultimate agenda, and not a selected few. So I across all the country.
Yeah, that's
as you right. All right.
Yeah, that's it. I was here for opinion ne kasama ngumasua so no Yera Daniel Fenye and outise no e bonko mo e suku nchichemu ahodo no se ne wo bepeje mu aboa na adesuafo no dodo e be pass bia wo benya suku a wo makoma pe akọ.
Na yeda ho wo ewumasua sense mu a o manya se ya wo mo hwe Ghana ye wumasua wonsam so ene adwumaku a wo masade ne se wo mo hwe Emma schools wo oman mu na seseye ye de be ye adwuma se de se na fata Ghana Education Service de atodwa se wo bibia wo ko senior high school foforo computer no select no wo de ko baby no nipa ne hwesa nyame ya adom a memene da be ye October bosome ne da tojodu woche obekọ school ho na wo mu se school ase afoforofo no na ye na Ghana Education Service say wo mu kan biu uye school akwada o trunk and o cho box and o niema emfa nko school a computer na mfa wanko ho na mo baby a computer ne do call ye no ho na ko ebia wo mo boss school penifo kokko headmistress and headmasters say afine duru ebia wo mo pese wo mbeto wo masum say headmaster bia na headmistress bi afa kwati kwan so akwaji wofo bi sika edna ya falungulungu Nicodemus kwanso akode abewura school wo abra anye computer na disco akwada ne ba ho Ghana Education Service se wo mo person betia asem ni disi biewu de atwam na twam Deputy National Coordinator the ma Computerized School Selection and Placement Center ayo wura Abdul Rahman Mohammed wani ane ne ban komo nya se bibia toto na kwamu ana Abdul ma hey
ya boko
ya de bibia boko wa na mo nso mo ho
ya na kopo da ma bibia ededi
ya da se ya ka say problem bi still e wo ho e fa school nkwada no se mi nya baby ana baby ade me ko e na ho nya mo nsa ne mame ho nsa ma da din
se sia de mitimi aka say consent do na consent sa mo de ba no o mo de aba e ma ya hwe aso no enti uko center okra usunku say pressure ho no enti say can you say the net here na akoba say some of the demands na amount for ediba no demand that is na ka say unrealistic kakra because can find says Ukraine grade 25 and now say we not get 30 now say or me say the first choice and now second choice we not the third fourth now say akoba say I often insist say chincha you find the first choice man the first choice ko check so holy child and say Wesley girls and say big girls everybody say na yete enti eno no sa no ho jumadi ne yede ne ade a entimi enya because of the nipa performance but largely the area within the remit of engagement yede atudwa ebia obi ebia ne the residential status na it will be oteno ewa even though say otusu dem but at least with human intervention it's mission a convention to order now and those ones are also dealing with category C schools B schools but one ya so no amomo and almost so am dey new consent with regards to category A no and also ya dealing with most of all those issues are see no large local center who are concerns that has to do with be attention to open the category A school area few of category B schools no sir because concerns are ebano and yet only the not for all across the system agency only complaints any reports ever am I doing to my so I can say largely no everyone they do one idea in country so we hope and pray by the close of the week at least now it's me at the
ba ku bia mani twa so na watwi mu ye obi a ofa school A no afa no nanso krata ne ba ye no bebia onko no eye school B ono sa no okọ A ana wo kọ B ena bio mimisa wenyame adoma memne da wo mkọ a anya bia no penifo amwo computerized school selection and placement system mod din kanyahu bia 1 or 2 bia wo mkọ a ebesi ene ne de wo hen na wo fo no kọ na se eba ne sanso so a wo muntu ho na mo mfa hen.
Okay, normally no say computerized school selection and placement center system na you operate no And then the schools, some schools, a bit different. And what happens is that placement in the crowd bar now it be a nipa corrections be crab by the demona yes and as a changes bar. Immediately, just as schools and Ankasan Abba CSSPS platform also up to keep data now also update some system answer. I will follow a bill into one mobile center home. Mobile center where we hear changes in the man. Or expect to say immediately check school center system. So, normally, yeah, schools say with timely, or update system and then information now our systems reflect to almost some portals also. Send our for complaints, and shall I embark and not very brave. And the issue regarding say we are ubiquitous to school. Everyone says school later also but a case of school defender. Personally, my encounter may mean and say, the call center, I think, 2 occasions. And when those similar issues happened, I sought to ask questions and also go into the system to check myself. And when I say information on the panel, not accurate. Because Obi by catcher and say, none is school near Achimota, but later on, check here, who says school, as a alcohol, I think both could be CID. And I had to really call back, take the index number, check and enter the system to see whether there was discrepancy. In terms of a chance, no. What you are saying is neither here nor there. It's quickly, or was what me to say, this situation. And sometimes in some of the complaints, the concerns, because of amount for so estimate almost somebody on agenda as a film, sometimes, I almost say particular was sometimes from my own came up. And me, I must click my own to me the actual situation. That is really happened. But the ones I was confronted with at the center that I tried my best to go into the system to check. It wasn't the case. But largely, dear, like I said, concerns, dear, we are dealing with them. And anybody or any of such concerns we are there, or making sure, say, or do or not, or the more officers, I believe they should be handled and dealt with for them.
Yeah, better say, we now, where no crack na ye bisa say, Afibia yeti. Mobeba Ghana Education Service and so do manum betumbi say headmistress and headmasters and momun kwati e control do no a school kwada de wura senior high school mu ano ne computerized school selection and placement system no and so beba no now headmasters and headmistress yi ebia ye sebi ewie di anu adende matmeka wo ma yo ma me ka so ma bo ma dwene mo process de ombe ya no ombe ye wo be di mensem afidia ne yewe se asotwe no amode beba no emu aden a ebebo wo mu hu a sempo so bia ye se obeye bia ye che ba ko de bono a ebebo nu hu amana twe no ho afi
with that with regards to the heads or more issues regarding more of allegations for now, because as of now, senior headmaster Diana say school Penibia were engaging in that act, but Director General of Education Abokoko and or the warning at all say anybody or any head who will be engaged in that act, with regards to the GES, your rules and regulations and we will engage yourself in that act, piano. And that was I would say, they handle such situation will be applied without fear of any favor. With that, the ability of my very clear, and the minister also were irritated concerns about some of the generally. Because issue regarding say placement in India, normally every year say like people say it and all that. And even this year, there have been allegations of that. Maybe no can say I think Nina San and said say for 3 center police for assume because now I said almost person when it be so free unsuspected parents now in that regard. Police for the moment police from the they are in the hands of the police. And I mean it, I'm making it clear that anybody that would be found culpable of such particular act, you'll be dealt with without any fear of favor. You see, some of these measures now that we in place, that is what is there currently. And now, allegations will be making. We wish and pray to the public, say, any of such incidents are obeteno. Oh, make it that allegation now, not with the evidence of class support to. Now, man, it's Medino, is it say that will be, yes, I didn't answer, no more. It is backing with, you are backing it with evidence that you need to be used to, and for now, as for the warning, the order that, and our rules and regulations are governing those things and sanctions in our anybody that will also hear something about even as a head individuals who may engage you on that too, provided you really have any evidence to that. But more than making sure the police for and I said yes and I said ministry and Sataka nature, we also take it from there.
Abdul, please from the Wasiri you. Ora Abdul Rahman Mohammed, a deputy national coordinator, the computerized school selection and placement system. Where the GDA say, our form of Manyami Aduma Memre Damudo Muko school, no? Said the Abdul Tremui, a Mudaho, watchre, Samukona se Bibia near, baby Amodebefa, Nampany for a penny in your good bread. Yadana sepa.
And yet, you call you tag any TUC Nigalam saying send sending home. Na you tag for and womus in Yamabia woman. Yenka say you tag Mampenia Bedi Chira wo University of Education Winiba. Dr. Bernard Tutubuahi. And was TUC for a mama mu you. Namude binya mudebi. The enti wakasa was na betwa mukwe. You tag ni TUC krana na no dem. Aban galamse yi for state of emergency brao aban kutia galamse yo efise haye o yensu ansu ese ye kwaye ni ade da chi nkwada ibe den TUC anu dem sa you tag say asema TUC kai wo ye kuba tan TF ane so ena ni omusu so mo ti ase se TUC ka ye yenko you tag age so asafume yenko afei die Dr. Tubuahin si na no wo ho a won hwa deputy general secretary ma TUC Dr. Kwabena Nyako otu se an aban bo sha wo yes wo be ye no en wani so ena no se anti wani so nti ne kura ne sen eni esade a moma yenye wo ye kire no e kase e be ya kire aban no e enu susu a TUC 14 there bi o se de eni akran se ade no wo mu nyina akohia ye enu wo mu si ginaye enu wo mu gitumu afei di wo mu dura kwantimfi a TUC se ye de ye nye biem ye ntie akye bia ye nsin tesikoko bia ankire aban ena itagi fosi TUC aden ti ne nyina ye dwen da chinchirima ho ne nyina ko hia pono ho ne ya fa adwene na afedi akwantimfi mo beka chese ye nya achiate no me ntentes kokko bi ankire aban aden dia ne mo nya kan atafre
TUC no organized labor aduma bad time school kesia organ omo edomo wo mukura no eso enti se edu ba bi na fo se enoma bi enkoyi a ewo manimu na opese uma aban enhyehyeye no ejina brane a onkita ho di awu ho hia 2024 enyina na enu se galamsey se de koso wo ma na emwa oman no ampa ekuku bi ede wo mo ho ekokodwane TUC ni organized labor se yetomase because that yanko so ne du ba bi se ebi a TUC say yentimi entwa galamsey okwani suketi amanfo enkwa adwuma no ekwan a omo fa so a omo ende ye no na mitiri ma kire se ye mu bi no na enheda enya de mefa ne se ye bodwo so
Dr. Tutubuahin edika ho se we nyina kire se adwuma ye fon ka bom ku apadiefo no wabumensa apadiefo no wo mo entumi nya kro ebasa na omo ni aban etwe a eya enko
at least nka wodin krofo bi eka mo ho bom se ye nko strike ni bi mo no in the same way no ene san krofo no so ntana se na madwene nko benkro na munyina mo nyintum na fei munyina mate ase se ye nko bi anko ba ne sa so ena na me kire mu kire se afi so se ti se ba be ye sa de no abi mu a ebe ye den edumako bi se omo betimi aka TUC ho na dwumadi omo pese omo die no omo di because enura e kire ye se omo credibility ni image bi kra omo na so it is a few person moye no moye nhyehyɛ bia ene omunyina yie no mo ntimi ene ekwaku no eni nkita ho yie na so ntimi ne ekwaku no di nkita ho yie no munyina agitum dia ene possible say ekwu no ede omo asunsum omo ahoden omo nim bia be type ene organized labor
dia wodi wie ya kra ne se TUC empanifo eyesa eya wo ma wo mu nkita hodie no enwie mu die enti next time mo nyɛ sabiem last one
well na TUC was so who say enuma kuakuo no eni ho a TUC no eni ho enti enipa kakra bi leadership no president general secretary deputy general secretary no na sefo omo ntimi nkonkɔhye omo kukuo na omo nteki agene bi no omo be impose ewo nkrofo so saa de omo yesa emba edin seye na omo de ebebre TUC ko ne tebe kakra TUC ahoden ene enumonyam ekura omo no ebebafo
Bernard Tutubuahin, Vice President, University of Education, Winneba, Abdullahi Dasmani, Nechuaman, Yebaye.
Omen Swafo no and a Shanyana Mahwade and some Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapo. Now Wako Power Board of Directors for Frokraya won and Ebeda Northern Electricity Distribution Company, Nedco Ano, Nanu Jina so Ediato board members in Yana enemy say one more dear said Gina won't be Sibiano or how near Benidia Erdokru Nedco won't be to me apenina Enedio Gubre. Now Wapa won't end to man as what the Modi Acheno and watch here ne modern boy Nedco for one more airboa so my Ghana teachuru ne mentifi mantemudo wombenya enyinema hoden bibia emesankai mo ne sentino board members for free and wode to omanim say one more ensi agina hodo anas wo ma se agina hodo ba miensa eho no mo mani enkopa ne edika ne say won be yire wo mo no magege eto bebre anas eto dodo no a afenso wo mo dawuro nyankyerɛkyerɛ ema wo mo customers no wo mo ntimi ehunu adwuma so a wo mo eye anamuntu a wose customers nso etu edeboa ema Nedco wo mo dwumadi etimi ekonkan aye ena de atwa to aye miensa ne se da bia wo mo hwɛ se enkane no egina so se ehire ya bibia emesan kamu emman kane no kura no emmo ne ni prempo sensiesie bi no wo mo ya wo mo nya ho nkyerɛkyerɛ ma ya customers no be wo mo mantifi mantam do a wo mo somom dodo no ano wo mo enhunu na wo mo ho so nyese wo mo sɔre ya no o madum kane a yekobi sɛm asiesie na dum siesie na dum ho ahwan wo mo so mo mpɛso bɛte saa de no kura e de free ye Nedco enchen di ni nyina no se bibisa ebesia na ejina board of directors no eso enti adwuma e wo mo ho pa ye wo so mo tumi ete wo mani na wo mo hwɛ eye ye ba Nedco anase Northern Electricity Distribution Company ya womo ebaga na enyinema hoden sensem a omudi akoten e wo mu pa eyi ni senti e na soafo editor board members nyina enim se empanyini pa eni su a won beda na die no eno na be kire aboa amansakra so nko a womo ehwehwe no womo se etimi akatetu kraba eto ne bills ahodo a womo ebegigye na afenso womo hwe se ebra no womo ene omanfo bedi nkita ho no mahunu anamuntu omutu ne modern bo ahodo a womo ebo netimi aboa mom ne omontem etimi aye kama na aye akono pa afenso wose board na ehwe se Nedco empanyimfo ene nyumayefo no enkitahudie mapa ebekoso omontem wom no omontem beye kama netimi aboa ama adwuma no etimi akonkan yie pa enti board members ya pa wom a won ene ekoda Nedco ano eye honorable Cletus Seidu Dapila on chairman engineer Professor Felix Kofi Abagale afe Dr. Emilia Guyo engineer Edward Oben Kenzo, engineer John Okan Yamwa, ono na ye acting MD, ena Alhaji Seidu Imoro, na enkomatwetwe no emuno, ena ye chairman Honorable Cletus Seidu Dapila ya wono, ena chesi yapa ono, ujina ninu ya numu nyina nka ya nemu, edi ase de PCMA His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mampenyi, se wenye jidie sonko womumu, edi ajumaso enti se ashe womunsa, afeso asedani bi eko ema oswafo no se wono so enye wo mugidie se wo betimi aye adwuma no enti wo da wo madi ede akere no mu nyina nim pefe adwuma so a etim Nedco honomo enti wo mo ede ose ebe yoyo na wo metimi di inseni anem aye adwuma den aboa ama Nedco afarentoma pa efra
na Peace FM yensa kakrata krata ya yensa kan efri odum jadwumekuo Ghana National Fire Service wo na edimu esense mpenifo a wo monsa ehye krata yase enye mpenifo ketwa Mark Braku Apia Junior oye DCFO Director Finance ena one sign the signature no one sign the my chief fire officer krata ifri odum jadwumekuo Ghana National Fire Service headquarters kesiem nemu asem ne se womu ye recruit ene cadet for no de fa wo mo nansen na ko ba ne se ebra wo mo ba ye no na nka Ghana fire service wo mo ji se ye mu no mo ye ne se recruit for ne ba eja wo ma didiem wo mo na yem wo ma setenam de be hia sika bia no Ghana National Fire Service for na efa training wo mo be yansa no ma pass ama odum je adwumeku no ma ba mu no na nko mu ntua hwe nanso nanse Ghana National Fire Service o muzika sema kofom ama wo mo twen ma enti recruit ne ba ye no mo ye ne se recruit ane cadet for no obia ntia kakra na wo mo fan support odum je adwumeku kakra wo mo soso wo said ya be ya ebra wo mbe di wo training ni mu no eduane ho nya den enso ho nya den e ma wo mo kan ya mo te ase wo ma wi ama se me ka sei ebi mo ska wo senka recruit ana cadet wo bi atia no ebi ntia ai ama Ghana National Fire Service empeni for kratai mu wo mo de list na ba ebi ya officer cadet e de bi nso so e ya other ranks na yen na wo mu kire mu se sikatua no a wo mo tia se so mbetia no ebi edeka a wo mu ntia ye na wo mo deka wo mu ntia ye no wo ma temu mienu ebi mu wo ho a wo mu twom mu tan tia do mbetia na kwanya wo mefa so tia ni nyame ya adom na se bosume so na ye do maketia kwa a ekoto bank ni mu se kunkudon wo mbete ana ebi mu so wo ho a Ghana National Fire Service say wo mu hia say ye betie free wo mu bank account mu wo mu de wo mu hwe wo manim say wo me ba beka sika no we no metua nti wo mu de Ghana National Fire Service wo mu bank account bibia wo pipai mu ni eno ma twro de aka wo say wo a oye recruit ana cadet we officer cadet na wo other rank bia unim se wo de ka ebra na mo ye training no wo fiti sabri akopim October December ne de twato 31 December ye ba konu yie mu no eduro na wuntia ya ene wo asembo no papa krata nya pizza fam kwa no mo bre ye bi wo makoma empenifo wo mo de odum je adwumekuo e wo mantam dunsia ni na mu obiansa ka bi commandant nsoso wo mu na nsoso nsa ka krata yi bi ana commanding officers a wo mu war headquarters nso krata yi wo menya biye na ye ka wodum je adwumakuo ho asem yi ba ye se bebo ho nkomo Peace FM de asem nim ye ka se bona ye se emori a eguda asem si jaso a ye ka ne banku ye nka nko faako ante se abababam ekobenkum na akonifa na ayekama enti ebo atire ne Director for Public Relations nya wakasa de ma odum jadwumakuo Fire Service DO2 Desmond Aka ye bia senka krata ye ba ye ntini mpani nsem da o ma ye ntremu kakra bi ye o se da bi wankasa anya so okay se wankasa dia abani wo dia won ntremu ma ye se sa na ti ana no se da bi woni hwe ka na o ye ready so apese wakasa obema ya so ate tama ye ne kasa ne de onye ready so obekasa ani nti yan twan emiafu nko low battery abribia yan fa se ye ho ye betumi anya ko afiri no any time oye ready a ye betene nka na ye no abonkomo nti ya nam kasafidie so kama mansante se nyese asam ne ye saka ya na ye ka na mom DO2 Desmond Aka Public Relations Officer de Ghana National Fire Service was so nunya ho a ne buto ne yem na so ye ready so obekasa na obefre yen na ya ka asem yi ho asem nti anti no ya baby ene na na kuma to ne mu oni obekasa na wo dumja edwumakuro na mu no ya ko pie ye mantam Eastern Regional Fire Service Commander Assistant Chief Fire Officer ACFO1 Timothy Osafuafum ɛna ɔne peace fm akasa na ɔse wɔbɛsrɛ paa sɛ nkurɔfoɔ yi saa adwene mfamfiri wɔ mu tirim ɛnyɛ adwempa ɛmmoa ɛne ne sɛ nnipa bi nsɛm a ɛyɛ ɛda wɔ ma no a wɔn ka ne sɛ sɛdeɛ awɔ sasaborɔ ne ahotutuo ɛba wɔ nsutɔbere mu no saa da na ɔpɛbere mu nso so agyahyehyɛ ɛba na ne na ɔkyerɛ mu na ɔse daabi ɛma obi anyɛ n'adwene saa ɛnyɛ nokorɛ da ɛsiane sɛ ɔbɛpie ma ntam sɛ yi a nsuo totɔ paa obi a wɔapie ma ntam dida sɛ nsuo totɔ na nsuo ɛtɔ no a na nka nkurɔfoɔ hwɛ anim sɛ sasaborɔ ne ahotutuo na ɛbɛba no bra mfimfini ma ntam bɛhwɛ agyahyehyɛ fire wɔ ha agya hyehye saa na ɔse deɛ nam so ma nsutɔbere mu agya hyehye ba no yɛ agrada ne apra na ya na adwudwa ebubɔ mu ɛna di nsuo ne ba January agya hyehye 159 February 79 March 70 July 22 wɔto aso bɔbɔ
okay nti sɛ yɛhwɛ on month-to-month basis so far no January the month of January na ɛwɔ soro paa wonum sɛ January nso yɛ ɔpɛbrɛ nti January no yɛ recordo 159 incidents ɛno akyi no February ɛna edi so February nso yɛ ɔpɛbrɛ ɛno nso yɛ 79 ɛna March edi so ɛyɛ 7 ɛna October 53 ɛyɛ April akɔsi July ɛno yɛ recordo 22 fires na ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɔpɛbrɛ nkwa na ɛgya esisi nsu tɔbere mu nso ɛgya esisi no nsu tɔbere mu no ɛsan sɛ eastern region ha no nsu tɔtɔtɔ bebree na enyinamu twitwa etwa no sɛ nsu tɔ na enyinamu etwa saa na etumi ɛdi egyaba.
na ɛnu akyerɛ yi ɛna yɛwura Timothy ɔsafo afum wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ wɔn adwuma no deɛ wɔn yɛ paa nanso so ɔmanfo ha wɔn mo saa pran course no nɔmba bi bɛtumi afrɛ krrrr wodidi koraa no a ɛwɔ sɛ wogyae ɔbɛkɔ akɔfa no hello Ghana Fire Service ni ɔse ae modidi
okay nti ayi frank calls no de ɛtaa sisi paa nti for instance for this quarter no nea yɛn ɛtu kaa sɛ obi afrɛ sɛ gyasi nye tu kaa akɔ no enya makomako 22 ɛna enya wɔ region ha for the first 3 quarters na ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɛno pɛ de course a yɛ receive yi course no ba bebree but your ways are yet discriminating. I mean, we say we the trunk calls. I mean, to me, can't tell her because you cannot a month for tia or best sign means I would be between. And see, your means are yet discriminate calls, no. Send your bayer near trunks, no. You bet me a signal out of the real calls. But I make an bit me some. I don't know for the first quarter, no.
Now, and what's the year and near be so rat Timothy or suffer from? As I no. Ejasese no aya brano womma omeade hyentete efa niam ede ba na etumi asia no de enim dada no na still no edi jasese ne ba na asefoforo bi aba beka ho a obepesa amansan bete
nya mepesa bi kan say there occurrences it goes with development. And see, where there is development, you see a lot of fire incidents occurring. Naya Emma Yika Kran said, incident go why you bit not prevent it. Not say eno kusia, eno Emma Yambo and Toyan Yam. Because you bit not prevent it yet now sha ne kusia. I didn't know say banza. I don't know how you kakra. But say if there is increase in fire outbreaks, that one is normal because research indicates wherever there is development, it goes with a lot of fire incidents.
Nyayatini ni Timothy Osafo Afum. Oyesi Regional Fire Service Commander. Ni Dibra Assistant Chief Fire Officer 1. ACFO1 Georgia say and Caleb Koja Day and a piece of FM and Trafua, Wamukabum, and in a chicken comoy.
Kane Emrashe Jenny Moman for more dom Quabenya, a young Munya for Sarah, just a for chocrata, my and sack can be. A BB or Senano on an amnotin and you question the workrata. The Insight newspaper neswa Insight akọchọ sẹ ọno kane dom kwabenya mrashe dwani obi anim sẹ ọno de we Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no onim no 2024 kra no ono anu odi na chi a wo bo nto aboa no a wo bo bi ma no enti ọno de so support bi a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no acheche nse bua mu ade a wa sheda launch edi amanu kufu said ya chachafum na ntwe achi no enti wota Dr. Mahmood Bawumia achi obi a wo party ni nim Ghana ni bia nim afei dia wo say inside the Bokrata no say ono Saraju Asafo sesi adie ne support no a enkwodi afum Dr. Mahmood Bawumia achi sa chacha no wagi na wodi akwakota no abo Kennedy onyina Japan wachi eno wo say he danta ena insight for fefare na anya ene na ye pe no onom de ahye no nti obeyi ano wo say yen kama Ghana fo nyina ante say enye no kweda biara da se wono Saraju Asafo apa ne ho achi say wasen afi Dr. Mahmood Bawumia achi wo kan sisu dua pendwan premu anye premfa se wota Dr. Mahmood Bawumia achi enne enra ene ade e be twe se ne nankasa kura on de Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ena onim no enti wo ka che party mpanyimfo ni obia se wo monko makoma nto wo yem na ono kura ne wanwa wo mie na no si adua satechre maka ho wo baabia da enka ye se wono wotai wasen afi Dr. Mahmood Bawumia achi akodi honorable Kennedy Japan achi enti baabia insight the Bokrata akofa asem ni fie no senye wo mo ankasa boapayo emim ene niema bia kana nane ade bia opese wo ya ebeboa wo mo ehwehwe mpapamu wo MPP amanyoko ni mu a wonim de wo mo kasa asem na je wo mreko a wono wonka bibia sa efisi wonom to abawie ye ya MPP fo ani abrese wo mo ye wo mo party ye wo se ebinum ti say inside for no boapa ye niema etutu anamo a ebekwoso ade mpapamu ni nchichemu aba MPP mu wono de wo ka se sumtuma wiakọ de onima ene Dr. Mahmood Bawumia wono wada mpanini padi ahobrase ahofama se enwenta so ni siyo ene se adwuma no wobetumi ahwo enti won sen fi nachi one no a ena eko wo se wo mo ayese party amanyokoi de wo ka che party for no so mo ntia se abribia se mpanini esesa ya na akwansidie ne wo haw eba enti de sisi ye 2024 no memu obi anka se ba akofo che se Dr. Mahmood Bawumia nko ada ne nam ne saso ema wonum edi encho wo munyintum se wo mu yekuo ne de wo mu yekuo enti bibia ebema kuo no na afei wo mu nsama no akwanya de tosomienu na wo mbehu se owura no wo kaso wo beye no obetumi aye wo ka che ne party awie no nsɛmtwɔfo mu wo ho mo mfoma so mrei wo se nsɛmtwɔfo mu tie no a ne dia wo ka che nsɛmtwɔfo ni se modwuma no emra da ho aka de hyehye ho se asɛm ni na wo twra bisamu ati abisane agro no na hu se nokura ewomuo ana se suhyefa yemu anti entie fa emfa ntwro kotia na kotia na fe ni anya nokure nso memfefa danta na se ni obi ye pa odi ahye no na obi ani monyam a wabra pemfie bebre na odi britie wabi ase no se ntwofo nka hu se nipa ni monyam te se kosia edane hwefo mu a wuntimi science sank kansia ni biem enti ensem twro pa adwuma no periperi ye fine nokredie eye ahyendi agene afe insight the Bokrata no ankasa wo hye wo mu se ni manimu yai asem no omo de betu dwa no nokrenim enti wonum entwen san na afen so wo mo fa chawpa na bia nka ho na it is unqualified apology no wo mo emfa ma metu dwa wo say said ye be na MPP amanyoko no betu mpon na be konkan no eno no ono adwa no nani chiro no buta nyina eno no MPP nkabom eno a eno wo hwehwe enti party fo emfre yie na wo mo nkan hu so on de ne support no de Dr. Bawumia ena onim 2028 ordinary Sashas Honorable Saraju Asafo former MP Dom Kwabenya constituency
so afọ abedi akira wo hwe apomden ensam so san esika doketan mrahye bedwane Honorable Grace Ayensu Dankwa ode atudwa hia akire hia ese yeshada emma entity efa adehia wo makwakoje biomedical engineering ho adesua saafo ni nyina wo se yeshada etete wo mu bio ede wo mu fa nchechire mu ebio ansana ye de wo mu laboratories ahodo ene aresabia ahodo mu e wo Ghana fa na babia mo makwakoye adwuma what is ansemi to dwa ewo 2025 Korea Foundation for International Healthcare jumedi ase ena wode to dwa chemo ese eho akohia pa se biomedical engineers no womo ewo nsa no nyuma sonko bi ene nimdia sonko bi a se yetimi hwe na yesomu ye dandan no a eso beba mfa so pa ye ama evidia hodo a edidi dwuma ewo ya sabia hodo no womo so etimi ahwe siesie ni ye aboho ban sonko na tena ho no mo achepa oside to dwache mu say biomedical engineers yi wo mo wo chefa sononko pa ya wo mo de eboa ema apomuden hwe ene apomuden gie no etimi akonanim enti yentimi entwe wo mo emfirimu ema ne nye de biada si ye pese ensaka apomuden papa de a sa biomedical engineers yi wo si etimi eti ye ne hwe mu yie pa edo mo fa entity ahodo emu oside chechire mu se ya so ye wo hwe apomuden ensam so no wo mo ne Korea Foundation for International Healthcare ene aboafo ahodo aka bomu a wo mo hwe se sa biomedical engineers yi wo betimi atete wo mu yie na se ye de wo mu egina amansan esene ni a wo mo so edi mu pa.
And we training now we invite him maybe the Ghana nankasa maintenance culture problem maintenance culture and the to adufo for na yenyi nkofa wo ade no bana na de so say ayehwe nti dem my medical engineers won we ntuma say machine ba dem nkofa na wo botwo machine no oil no the oil machine na oil machine no BBC temperature ne wo machine no ban nti say you training one na obama yin equipment on hospitals in Hawaii because able to me at for brand new ones PD but I maintain still a machine obotum was say intina and them ben because the major me oyam powder makuma intimotum abona we train one na anyone go back na yen equipment on hospitals nya on shada on say
Any yes, so for abedi echira wo shapum din sam so saye sikado ketan mrashe bedwane honorable Grace Ayensu Dankwa. Wo wie na Dr. Ralph Amma ono na president Eda Korea Foundation for International Healthcare ano Ghana chapter no eno ono so eche hia se bring na biomedical engineering professionals no wo mutimi etiti wo mu yie pa se be ya wo madwuma na ebedanso.
Young normal alumni are proposing that biomedical engineers should consider. The first one is a national inventory of hospital equipment. The equipment there were hospitals like a national registry, and then within it your more original distribution. The second thing was to look at equipment standards and quality check. Say your car, your deco servicing, if you light, if you equipment so only maintenance plan. Only say equipment and maintenance plan or regional hospital different from teaching hospital, different from district hospital, and different from ABIA health center. And they should look at coming up with maintenance plans for these different levels of hospitals that we have.
Engineer Ruth Nana Yeboa Apia ono na ye lead for biomedical engineering ono so edesasemi etwaso.
Every year, since 2019, we pick all engineers, selected engineers for various facilities. Near far region, near for teaching hospitals, near for facilities, near Cambo, until we have minimum of about 40 participants. Not facilitators, no say training. Yes, you are connecting near the equipment. I training. Until most of the time, minimum time, in a 10 days training program. You bet sure the way you use machine, the way you maintaining machine, troubleshooting, and assembling and disassembling. The machine will be parts no na atosi na ya the way be correct na fa nteni na boma na engineers na sua se na be ya mo call back some facility na betumi Akan bom a maintain equipment the ultimate is say a patient na ya hwe wo ya sabia no na equipment e be use say equipment na safe patient na sure mo so safe.
Engineer Ruth Nana Yeboa Apia lead for biomedical engineering. Clinton akwesiamo akoye century no bo asasemi ano e ba yegina we so ahomeka se bonus
Edumani move big. Contracts no so cost so big. If you abram if you see the DPS pipes, no complaints, no excuses. Smiles in kwa. Anti-contractors, plumbers, agency for any obia. We see DPS pipes are connected better. No leakages. A sign chapa. So PVC pipes, HDPE pipes, PPR pipes, DPSO. And Sansu your correct my project. Bia. Fresh 0543-662-727. Pomechina Kwan was Sprintex Road, Coca-Cola Chilewa. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life.
So Wakuma Hoshi show, and I bought Periperi, the Bronican hardware one. ɛde na sɛ woyɛ na sɛ woyam so atim so
Wobɛpɛki na farmer Martin's liver salt akyira kwan entem ehwie nsu agu glass mu ate Martin's liver salt no baako ano na wodi agum.
Wobɛhu sɛ ehuru wa glass no mu na wanom. Martin's liver salt yɛ one orange flavor ana baako so yɛ plain.
Wonumu a ohu bɛtɔ na mum edi nanu na ho ntɔ wo a ko hu doctor.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone.
Afi beyede mentinka kekeo minni mankasa efise the luckiest season 3 asayaba.
Afe mami chewo ekwan a obefa so nye o ticket but star 712 hash na dey ehise no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo theluckiestafrica.com se bia me community ticket no so na you would lucky number
ubetumi so ama system na ebi amount share ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi kosi 5000 Ghana cedi ubetumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wo pese wutua enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tia na sa wo amanone dia for bank card tia
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pay there will community ni benyanso betimi aye emohu edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck bebia shawo ho so enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata e chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Ebusianfo kasebo no asia kenkanfo a ewie wote yenka eyeme mame biama kwafo mene
ohene nana kwame amo ena
Mame ya kunama ye that this way chocolate drink ase na ya kamfo na ma se wakodwa so e bomodi ase obeje round rule bia koto fie enkwada pempanyi pe emrante ne maba nyina penti bi da fie a ekunkom anopa wi anwumre eno a ene this way wunya nso hie wono a eno a eno no na wo de enje bakery brodo chehehye aboso afei MTN se seamless na o download dia eSIM no unsabeka bi obeko my MTN app ne so ana uko Google Store ne Apple Play Store no wa download my MTN app ne ho na obenya wo eSIM ne free na wa bon komo MTN everywhere you go yeda boafo no ase e ma de hyema ye ma munso mo anitia ade na wisi.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace